Okay, so this is what I'm making. Basically, it's cashew cheese that I already had going at home, so you can see the final product. Or it's cashew butter or cashew cream. But it's pretty easy. I soak these cashews overnight in water. You can also do it for at least 2 hours, but I always do mine overnight. It's just easier. I buy these at Publix. They're organic raw cashews. This is about $4. So it's organic raw. And when you think about buying a block of cheese, it's pretty comparable. So these are already soaked, so I'm just going to dump them in. And it's not a perfect science, but you're going to add about the juice of a lemon. So these are grown in my mom's garden, these lemons that she brings me all
organic.
I'm just going to squeeze that in. And it's more or less to taste. You can experiment with it. I like mine lemony and garlicky. And it's pretty simple, this version of the cashew cheese. But when I'm doing like manicotti or something, I'll just add in basil and Italian parsley and oregano. And sometimes I'll throw in a little bit of tofu, and it gives it that sort of ricotta consistency. Or sunflower seeds soaked, if you like it a little more earthy.
How long do you have to soak sunflower seeds?
Same overnight, or at least a couple of hours. I'm going to throw in some garlic. It's pretty simple. About 2 good-sized pieces of garlic for this amount of cashews. So 1 lemon, 2 pieces of garlic, and your soaked cashews. And then olive oil is a key ingredient, and this is organic virgin olive oil from Whole Foods or Grassroots. And I use, I'm going to start with a couple tablespoons. But as you're blending it, you want to kind of just check the consistency as you go. And if you only use this, then it's a raw. It qualifies as raw cheese. Okay, but I like to add some rice milk because it's still vegan and it gives it a little more cream. So I'm going to start with 1 tablespoon, and then I'll add more if I want it to be a little more creamy.
Can you use other milk, kind of like
almond milk, soy milk, coconut milk.
Okay.
You can even use water if you want to just sort of play with the consistency. And sometimes if I want a sweeter, I'll use coconut cream. And I'm still going to add some salt and a little bit of sugar. So I'll just start this. Food processor. And you kind of have to do this a few times, just scrape it in.
I'm glad you shut it off.
What?
I'm glad she shut it off. I have lost wooden spoons.
I think you have to do it.
Yes, please shut it off.
Right, it would be your favorite spoon. What happens when you're in a hurry?
Okay. Now I'm also going to add this magic ingredient. You never want to use regular table salt because it has all kinds of chemicals in it, but this is pink Himalayan salt, which is actually really healthy for you.
Where did you get that from?
And my mom bought me this as a gift. So. But you can get it, there's a spice store in San Marco that you can buy this.
They're pretty pricey.
You can get it at, it is, but you don't really use that much. I mean, this will last me a lifetime.
You pass it on. You pass it on to our kids.
I leave my pink Himalayan spice salt.
And I'm going to add a little more olive oil because it needs a little more creaminess, which is also good for you. So. At this point that I'll kind of taste it and see what it needs.
Oh, that's good.
But it's coming along. I like mine kind of creamy. sometimes I'll put a little too much lemon in or too much salt in. So this is actually from Lynn Shadd's caning parties that she has. This is cane syrup from Florida, so I'll just add a little touch. Vegans don't eat honey, so I like to use agave or cane syrup if I'm lucky enough to have some. You can play with your own creaminess, but it's done. So as you put this in your fridge, it's going to get harder. And some people will actually use a nut bag. You can get more elaborate making cheeses, but you can squeeze out all the juice to get a harder block of cheese. But yeah.